大家你们好, welcome back everyone, and I am happy to see you again on my channel. Today I am going to tell you another Chinese story because, as you know, I really love the Chinese stories, and in the meantime I am going to make a little bit of green tea, like that we can enjoy some green tea together and listen to the Chinese story. So it is said that once upon a time there used to live a really good scholar who was studying the ways of Chinese traditional medicine, and his name was Shuxian. Shuxian was really kind, and he wanted to be a really good medicine man, a really good doctor. But his former employee was a little bit jealous of his luck and success and good looks, and in the moment he found out that Shuxian wanted to open his own shop, his own medicine shop, he was quite envious, so he decided to sell him some rotten herbs, making sure that in this way he would never be successful. Shuxian was watching the herbs quite with despair because he didn't know what to do when a lot of neighbors rushed in saying that there was a sickness spreading around the village and many people were really sick and they needed his help. He didn't know what to do. He was desperate, and he went and told his wife, Bai Sujan, about what was happening. "No worries, I know what to do," his wife said. And she took the rotten herbs and started preparing a new recipe of medicine that not only healed the people but healed even the ones that had other diseases and prevented most of the people from becoming ill. Even the former employee the former employer who sold him the rotten herbs had to buy this medicine from him to treat his own family. So like that, I think it was a really nice revenge. But this former employer was still really angry with what had happened, so he wanted to get his revenge, and he sent a monk called Fahan to their house to tell him that his wife was actually a demon and that he had married a demon. In the beginning, he didn't believe anything, and the monk kept pushing and pushing, and finally he gave him a special wine and said, "Listen, if your wife is not a demon, she will drink this wine with herbs and nothing will happen. But if she is a demon, then she will reveal her true form, and like that you will know." Shuxian dismissed the monk politely and had no intention of serving the wine. But as the moon festival was approaching, he started having doubts. And he thought, well, if it doesn't hurt her, why not serve her the wine? Because in that way he could be sure. Although he really loved his wife and it didn't really matter for him if she was a demon or not, but you know, they say curiosity killed the cat. He was curious. So he did serve the wine to his wife. The moment the wine touched her lips, she immediately said she's not feeling good and ran to her chambers and locked the room. He was very worried because she was feeling sick and decided to prepare some medicine for her and then go and check up on her to see if she was feeling okay. He sneaked through the window because the door was locked and was shocked to discover that in her bed lay a giant white snake with a bifurcated tongue, and the shock killed him. He fell dead. When Bai Sujan woke up, she found her husband dead next to the bed and realized what probably happened. And she couldn't accept this idea because she really loved her husband. and her magic couldn't revive him, but she knew of a special plant that grew in a special place in heaven that could bring him back to life. Well, I wouldn't say no, that special plant was the green tea. Cheers. It's fantastic, as always. I'm definitely having some more. Sorry, I am impolite. I forgot to propose you some green tea. Would you have some with me? Here you are. You can see the steam still coming out. It's a bit hot, but it's really delicious. So yes, please join me for some green tea. And if you want a herbal, a different herb, or if you want a flower tea, I can do that as well. I have a whole collection of teapots that I use for different kinds of tea, so it would be my pleasure. Okay, so as I was saying, Bai Sujen decided to go to look for the herb. Oh, I have a statue of the old man of the south who ruled over the area. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so, oops, whew, almost broke it. So this is him, and as you can see, he's holding a peach because the peach is the symbol of immortality, and he's really wise and really old. That's why he has a really large peach head like that. Anyway, so the old man of the south was guarding this special magical herb with all his might, and he had a few disciples who were there guarding it as well. So when Bai Sujen arrived, she disguised as a monk, and she told the disciples that he is invited to participate in a ceremony with the gods. The moment the disciples left to go to announce this to him, she plucked up one of the leaves of the plant and started running away. The disciples soon realized what was happening and started following her, and so did he. But they couldn't catch up with her, so he took the form of a stork and started flying behind her. Bai Sujen was afraid not to lose the plant, so she put it in her mouth underneath her tongue, like that she would not lose it. And in that moment, she had to take her true form, which was the form of a white snake. And the stork caught the snake, and he asked her, "I can't believe it. If you are an immortal, why would you risk everything to steal this plant from me? It serves you no good. I mean, you don't need it." Bai Sujen fell to her knees and begged him for the plant because she explained she was in love and she truly and sincerely loved her husband. She told him the story that Shuxian had a karmic connection with her, that they had actually met 1,000 years ago when she was but a baby snake and a beggar almost crushed her to death. And Bai Sujen, in a different body then, saved her. So that's why they had this connection. And now she finally met him again after 1,000 years looking for him and married him. And now he died because of her. And she begged the old man of the south to give her this plant, like that she could bring him back to life. He was touched, so he allowed her to take the plant. And when she arrived home and gave him the plant, he opened his eyes and he saw his beautiful wife in front of him. And guess what? He smiled because he didn't care if she was a demon, if she was a snake and could take a human form or not. That is what true love is about. We all have a little demon inside of us, don't we? And I think the true love is being able to accept the person you love with their angels and their demons as they are, and not trying to change them, but trying to understand them and see them for what they truly are. Well, I talk too much. You know what true love is about. I don't need to tell you about it. Me, I'm just gonna have some more green tea and enjoy it. And I hope you join me for some tea as well. And if you do like my stories and my channel, please like and subscribe. Share the stories with your friends or keep them to yourself. Nobody needs to know. Keep it as your secret. And I hope to see you really soon with another story. 再见!